Right, here we go, back again with another video, and yes, we're going to talk about the new head coach. I've got some news to do with the new head coach, information to do with it, and also we're going to talk about last night's game as well. Absolutely fantastic result. What a 6 points. What 6 points makes a massive difference in this league, and what two amazing results against West Brom and Leeds. I held out no hope. Well, sorry, I did have hope in my heart, but my head was saying, nah, no points, or even 1 point max against these two teams. But what a job Dodds has done coming in, revitalising this team, and what a masterclass stroke it was last night. But first of all, here's some information to do with, the head coach role. So Hellberg was Speakman's first choice, but he's been poached elsewhere. This leaves Sunderland to stick with Dodds long term, or Will Still. Now, which one should we go for? But also, if he makes it to this time next week without Still being announced, then Dodds will get it. So what's your thoughts on that? Will Still has had apparently a long in-depth talk with KLD or Speakman or whoever's been doing the talks to do with his future. But if we go for Will Still right now, I'm sure he's contracted to the possibly end of the season with Rems, which means we have to buy him out of the contract or pay him money, compensation, this sort of thing. Dodds is free on the other hand. So if Dodds continues in the vein that he's doing now, and say this weekend we go and beat Bristol City again and we get 9 points from 3 games, are we starting to now think maybe Dodds should get it to the end of the season? What happens if, we go on to another week and he wins another game? At what point do we say, right, he has to have the job? Or do we just completely ignore the fact of what he's doing at the club at this moment in time? It could all change. It's all if buts and maybes. It could all change at the weekend if we get smashed against Bristol City. But we're talking hypothetically. If we go into the Bristol City game and we win that game, we win it easy, comfortable, good game. Good football, another masterstroke like last night, tactical genius, but you know what I mean. If he comes that way with 9 points in 3 games, do we turn around and say, right, Dodds, you deserve it to the end of the season? Or is it always a big no? Because, what happens if he gets the job, the next game we lose and we lose? It's all if buts and maybes. We need hard facts and proof. Will Still is the favourite at the bookies. Here's the prices right now. 4 to 7 on. 4 to 7 on. He's had talks. He's had an interview, apparently digital interview, or what do you call it, Zoom or whatever that is, or I don't know what it is, chats online. He's had that. He's also had in-depth conversations. But while he's doing that, Dodds is coming out pulling these results out the hat. I never expected it. And I'm sure even the hardened Sunderland fan like yourselves out there had doubts about whether we could actually get these results and turn around. But again, after the West Brom game, we come out against Leeds last night, and what? He makes the changes. The only real sort of negative was Bar, because he changed the system. We got Seat comes in, who was absolutely fantastic. Let's face it, I haven't seen much of the lad, but what I have seen of him in under 23s, I didn't really think much of him. But he's grown in stature. He's getting stronger and he looks better and better with each game. And last night was just a 10 out of 10 performance. Ballard in the middle and 09 both did really well. Ballard always clears his lines well. And the captain 09, Hume and Huggins again on either side were absolutely amazing. These two, they're not your typical big defenders, but you saw the wing backs kind of system. They play. You get these young, slightly built as well, but they're absolutely class, aren't they? The Huggins with the ball is just a little magic, and he's magic. And Hume, some of those challenges he puts in, he's like, you think he was a big brick shithouse the way he goes in with those challenges, but he was brilliant time and time again last night with some fantastic clearances, some good challenges, and his timing was superb. Bellingham and Neil again in the middle. Bellingham, his interview, it comes across head and shoulders. It comes across much wiser than his age. But like I say, he's much wiser than his age, and he, you know, he's been brought up really well, and he's been in that environment with his brother Jude and now himself, and he really handles himself well on the pitch, handles himself well in interviews, and he's an asset, absolute asset to the club, you know, and his pride of the family, him and Jude, his parents must be absolutely, you know, proud of punch of these two young lads. But anyway, going back to Hellberg, Hammarby, I think it's Hammarby, he's chose to go to Hammarby. But there's been positive talks with Still, because Still's having problems with Rems to do with the transfer window in January. So what's that all about? If Will Still is having trouble, you know, problems with the transfer window in January, what is KLD offering Will Still that Rems are not offering them? So does this mean Will Still's going to have a lot of say, more say, along with Speakman in the transfer window? Will Will Still want to have, you know, his say to do with who's coming in the transfer window? If he's not going to get what he wants at Rems, he's coming to Sunderland, so there's got to be something Tyson in there, something Tyson into the club. That's an interesting one, because in the past, it's always been the recruitment side that bring in the players. Now, will Will Still have a lot more clout on who comes into the club? Or will Dodds get it? Come on, let me know down below. If Dodds beats Bristol City, does he deserve the job to the end of the season? And then Will Still may have his contract up. Or are we going to miss the boat with Will Still? And do you even want Will Still? You know, he's 47 on. Do you even want this young 31-year-old lad from France? You know, he can talk on multi-languages. Are you happy with Dodds, or would you want someone else to come in? Who else do you want in? Because at the end of the day, if we go and beat Bristol City at the weekend, Dodds has put a massive claim on this job to the end of the season. Well, it's food for thought. But that match last night, see the goal. What a goal. I think it was Bellingham striding through the middle, a lovely pass to Pritchard, lovely flick through, and then eventually the ball comes back in, and Bellingham steams in the header. It was a reaction header from Pritchard. He guides it down for Bellingham. Superb. Pritchard was superb as well. It's Pritchard, the experience in the middle of the park. That's what we need. He's got 3 assists in 2 games. He's peaking right now. And to be honest, Tony Mowbray wouldn't play him. Dodds has. Hats off to Dodds. Brilliant. And again, Clark last night down the left-hand side with Huggins, superb. The whole team defended really. That was the issue. We kept that clean sheet. We defended superbly well last night. A unit at the back. And again, going forward, we didn't throw bodies forward as we normally do. But when we did, we made a count, and we were the dangerous side. We kept. I know we're gonna take this lightly, because Leeds have got a lot of illnesses in the camp and injuries, so we've hit them. I said, is it a good time to hit Leeds? And it was. They didn't really create that much. I think it was 1 or 2 little saves from Patterson, but we didn't create as much as we did. That save, I think it was in the first half. I forget who had the shot of the header, but it was a fingertip save from their keeper. That was a superb save as well from the Leeds keeper. You know, and Leeds, you can see Leeds are a good side. Keeping next to Somerville, you know, and Daniel James quiet is no mean feat. But at the same time, with them 2 lads, with or under the weather, it doesn't really matter. We did our job. Sunderland did the job, and 10 out of 10 for the full lot. I mean, man of the match, I give it to Pritchard, but you could pick a handful out there. There was only Barr that looked off his game, and when Roberts came on, Roberts was superb as well. So this means for me, Roberts got to start. Whether we play the same system or go back to the other system, for me, Roberts comes in for Barr on Saturday. I'll be doing a match preview for the Bristol City game tomorrow. But I just wanted to come on and update you on the managerial situation. It's between Dodds and Will Still. That's what it looks like now. All the rest seem to be like just drifting away. Now, I met some Sunderland fans last night. I met a father and his son. And that was a lovely drawing he brought in for us. So thank you, Zach. And I think your dad James, absolutely fantastic. There we go. Superb. Thank you very much. Much appreciated. They both watched the vlog, so maybe I shouldn't swear as much. But there we go anyway. So I hope you've enjoyed tonight's video, you know. So it's a 2-horse race. In my mind now, it looks like, and my source, that was from my source, it's a 2-horse race at this moment in time. So watch this space. Hopefully we'll have some more information to do as well with the North East Derby. Now the North East Derby, it looks as if we're going to give 15%. Now, there's a lot of noise out there And I spoke to one of my other sources who works at the club last night. There's a lot of noise out there to do with them getting 7,000 tickets and moving the North Stand away. My source says there is nothing there's no concrete at this moment in time. Nothing's been sealed. Nothing's been signed. Nothing's been decided. That's the correct word. Nothing's been decided on at all to do with the crowd. Hasn't been decided yet. So if you're hearing people saying there's 7,000 fans, no, it has not been decided. It could go that way. Yes, they could get the correct allocation in the FA Cup. That's allowed 15% of 45,000, which is about 7,250 roughly, something like that. Or the police might say, no, nah, it's going to be too much bother, too much carry on. 7,000 Newcastle fans is too many to come outside the stadium like they could do that. But nothing at this moment in time has been decided. That's fact. Apart from obviously if KLD and Speakman and all them and the security officers have all decided today. But last night, nothing had been decided. So there we go. Hope you've enjoyed the video. Please subscribe channel. Thank you to everybody who's watching the videos at this moment in time. The volume of people watching the videos, absolutely awesome. You make the channel, not me. I'm just here talking to myself. Because I am, because there's nobody else in the room. Apart from my bottle of water. And I hope you enjoyed the vlog last night. Wincy, Jonas and Raymondo, absolutely fantastic. Everybody I met last night, thank you. So there we go. I'll catch you later tomorrow for the preview. And that's all the information I've got to do with it. My source says Hellberg's gone. And it's down to Will Still and Dodds at this moment in time. And Speakman kind of wants Dodds to the end of the season. But KLD's having talks and really good talks with Will Still. Or do none of them two float your boat? Thank you. See you later. Oh, I forgot to say how bloody good Dodds' substitutions were last night. Ekwar and Co. Oh, I always forget something.